Hey everybody, welcome back to the Henry Disc Golf channel. Today we'll be playing with Franklin out at the Antioch Silver Lochs course. Here we have hole 1. This is a basically 300-foot hole around the tree to the left, pretty much in the open. Let's get into it. We also have Whitney today, but she doesn't have a mic on her, so it may be one of those things. Go. That's a pretty good shot. Heiser. Not bad. Good throw, Whitney. All right, looks like Whitney's up here. She has about 65 feet or so. A little upshot right into the basket. Maybe it's a little less than that. Let's see if we can catch Franklin here. Franklin's shot, he is... Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Roughly about 50 feet out or so. He's putting with a marble. Ooh, that was a good run. Alright guys, here's the results of my drive. We have an easy 10-foot tap in. At least it should be easy. There it is.
There you go, Jerry. Good putt. Good two.
Whitney's going to go ahead and pick up and tap out her shot here. There it is. Carding the 4. Franklin's tapping out his easy par from about 5 feet away. There it is. Moving on to hole number 2.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Welcome to hole number 2. It is a 275-foot par 3. Basically, are throwing straight and then kind of want it to ante off a little bit. Here we go. Oh, that was early. Pretty decent shot for the other pin placement.
Oh, too much hyzer.
Center fairway.
Yep.
All right, here's Whitney's second shot. Throwing the sole. Right into the tree. Get up there, Berg. All right, guys, so here are the results of my drive. Like I said, just a little bit too inside. We're going to go ahead with a standstill sidearm around the tree to the left here with that hanging tree. Makes it a little difficult. But backhand angle, I got a branch right in front of me, so we're going to go ahead and try this.
It's a good up.
Nice and smooth, right by the basket. Here's Franklin's result from his drive. He is well outside the circle, probably again another 50-footer. This gives it a little upshot there, right by the basket. Alright guys, here are the results from all of our upshots. For the most part, we should just have a couple quick tap-ins. 2 pars for me and Franklin, and a double bogey 5 for Whitney. All right, guys, here we are on hole number 3. This here is a 200-foot shot, basically a little bit downhill. Basket's right out in the open. See what we can do. Put that on a lot of hyzer angle to make sure it didn't flip up in the wind.
Okay. We're going to go AVR X3. We're just going to try to get it to smooth out nice and straight with some hyzer. Nope. Hold
and
it.
Hyzer. There it is. All right, looks like Whitney is going to her Discraft Soul. She only throws about 3 discs. She has a Discraft Soul, a Discraft Zone. Well, I guess 4 discs. She throws upshots with her Berg and putts with a Rico. All right, here's the results from Whitney's drive. Smooth upshot with a Berg. Kept it a little short, but that'll do. All right, so here are the results from Franklin's drive. Definitely left himself way outside. Didn't get the hyzer he wanted on the putt or on the throw. That is a good upshot. Oh! Good run, Whitney. All right, here are the results from my drive. I have what, about an 18-footer here? I would say that's about right. Did not put the pop and spin on it. ×2. All right. Everybody should be tapping out for pars except for Whitney. Should be tapping out for a bogey. There we are. And moving on. All right, everybody, welcome to hole number 4. This one is a 235-foot par 3. Basically a little down the hill, a little up the hill. Basically about even from where we are right now. Just a little hyzer shot out into the open gap there. Try to put it under the basket. A little wide, but that looks really good. Franklin was throwing a neutron reactor. Hung it out a little bit too wide, clipped a tree, dropped down to the right. Now up we have Whitney. Whitney's throwing again that Discraft Soul that she likes to throw. Pretty decent rip. Throwing it down there, it's going to beat that tree. That should be an open look for an upshot. You can feel free to give your own commentary if you want.
Yeah. Alright, so we have a tree to the left of us with a kind of a low hanging branch, so we're going to go ahead and throw a distortion kind of low and let it skip up to the basket.
A little wide, but that's going to wind up just skipping up a little bit. Nice little sit. Alright guys, here are the results of drives and upshots. Here we are left with about a 12-footer. Tailwind putt. Shouldn't be a problem. Knocking it down. I think Whitney's the one that's out. Oh, she gave it too much nose up.
Okay, we got about 10 to 12 footer downhill. Right into the
There it is, good putt. There it is with the turbo. All right, everybody, welcome to hole number 5. We have a 435-foot par 4. going down this hill, basically straight, kind of tails off to the right a little bit. There is a pretty good headwind coming through. I'm actually going to change up my disc. I'm going to go with the finish line era. Try to throw it straight down through there, have it possibly turn over a little bit, and then hyzer back. That just didn't turn up, hit a tree branch and dropped. Should be a pretty decent upshot.
Okay. Usually I will go straight up the gap, but I'm going to go with the wide hyzer today because of this kind of head crosswind that we got. Just get the disc on some hyzer, let it flip up, and ride the wind. Pretty short, but that's in the middle.
Up next is the one and only Whitney. Throwing her Discraft Soul, trying to see if I can make her laugh. Good, I did. Hey, made it over the tree. Drop down. It's not a terrible shot. All right, so here are the results from Whitney's throw. She does have those low-hanging branches right in front of her, which is obstructing her shot. I will stand by what I said, which was that wasn't a terrible shot, just not the greatest of results in the spot that it was placed. She took a glitch, threw it just up to the top of the hill. She'll be looking downhill for about 200, 250 feet. For her throw, she's going to pick up that glitch and throw it again. Wipe the disc off. Good job.
Kind of helps in this weather.
What was that?
Also kind of helps in this weather.
Yeah, it does help in this weather. Having a dry disc is a good thing. There it is, nice and smooth going down the hill. She's going to still be left with about 150 feet up to the basket there. All right, here we are to my throw. I would say we probably have about 230 feet into the basket. Slight downhill on the stance. I'm going to throw a hyzer with the zone out and around the tree in the middle. Add a little bit more left on it than what I wanted, but that was an okay shot.
Well, we're about dead center fairway, about 200 feet downhill. We're going to go with a hyzer with the distortion as a out to the right. So go ahead and keep it low so it doesn't get picked up into the wind a little too much. It's a little high, but it's fading in. Short. Not bad. We'll have a putt.
Here Whitney is with her bird as an upshot. Make sure to give it the beans. She almost gave it enough beans, just not enough. Ready when you are, Franklin.
Yep. Okay, we got about a 30-footer downhill. See if we can go ahead and cash it in. Oh,
ooh, good
short.
All right, I was just inside of Franklin, so roughly about 30-footer. Slight downhill.
Good putt.
There we go. Oh, get
Nice
in the
turbo
turbo. All right, guys, here we are on hole number 6. This is a 240-foot shot right downhill. We will be teeing off to the right of the camera. This course doesn't have good spots for some of these holes to be videoed from the tee pad or behind the tee pad. This, unfortunately, is one of them. All right, we're going to be throwing a Z zone. Out wide, hyzering in. Sitting down a little bit left, but that's a pretty good shot.
Okay. We're going to go with the distortion here. We're going to try to keep it lower than Jerry's shot and a little bit flatter so that we can get it to push more towards the basket instead of hyzering in early.
Push, push, get up there. It's a pretty decent shot. A little short. Probably going to give him about a 25, 30 footer. Miss Whitney is on the tee pad now, throwing her soul. Oh, she put her heart and soul into that shot. There it is. Boom, center fairway. She's going to still be about 100 feet from the basket. All right, so here we are, results of Whitney's upshot. Make sure to give it the beans. It's slightly uphill. Ah,
Nice
there it
off.
is. She finally gave it enough beans.
All right, so here's the result of my drive. We're about 30 feet or within 30 feet uphill. See if we can go ahead and get it cashed in. We're going to be aiming a little higher on this one so we can make sure we get it to the basket. Nope, pushed it off to the left side.
All right, here we are. This is the results of my throw. Let's say what, about an 18-footer again?
Yeah, 20.
18 to 20 feet.
Good putt.
There it is, cashing in another 2.
About a 10-footer.
There it is, good putt.
There you go.
Whitney tapping in her par. Heck yeah. I'm recording. All right, welcome to hole number 7. This is a 405-foot par 4. It is downhill and then off to the right. I don't know if you can kind of see it down through the trees there, but there's the basket. We're going to be going with the Champion Pink Hawkeye, throwing it on a flat angle and just letting the wind and everything carry it over. Oh, too early.
Hit something.
No, just hyzer back. That's right about on the edge, maybe in the water.
Okay. We're going to do something similar with my newer Star
Is that your
Valkyrie.
towel or no?
Something a little more stable than my red one that I've thrown earlier today.
Oh, you
I
made the
smacked
mistake
the
I
tree.
did, throwing it a little late. That went way off to the left into the wood line over there. Yikes. Whitney, Whitney, Whitney. When am I not goofy? Nose up, a little bit wide to the left, but that's going to be pretty center fairway there. Just a little bit down the hill. Result of Whitney's throw. She's going to pick up her soul and throw it again. It's not a bad shot. She'll have a hyzer shot into the basket around the trees.
Really in jail. But I do got a little forehand, tomahawk-ish type Annie shot up and over. Let's try to get out to the open.
And so if you didn't catch what Franklin said, he said he was in the woods, going to throw a little tomahawk
Just
shot.
going to cut roll because I gave it too much angle and roll away from the
pretty
basket.
decent. He put himself in the open there. He's going to give himself a 250-foot up shot from there.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. So we just got a straight shot, 250 from the basket. We're going to try to go with my beat-in reactor that I have here. Just try to hit it a little bit to the right and let it gently fade to the basket here. That's a little low, but it should get up there a little bit. Left it short.
All right, here's the results of Whitney's second shot. She is going to go again to that soul. Throws it right into the trees and knocks it down. Not the tree, though. All right, guys, as you can see here, just barely inside, or barely inbounds. Take our meter relief here. That blue AVR putt and approach. Slightly uphill shot, and give it a little bit more power than what we think. There it is. Should be a birdie. The results of Whitney's third shot. She is kind of still behind the tree there a little bit. She's going to have a choice whether to go inside or outside of the tree. She's throwing her berg. That's a good shot, Whitney. A little short still, but that was good.
We're lining up here. We're outside the circle, so we're probably try to give this a stab so that we can save par. Oh, it's short.
That was a good run. All right, here are the results after Whitney had her upshot. She is roughly about 30 to 35 feet away from the basket. Slightly uphill, a little bit of a headwind. Going with the turbo, putting it right into the basket. What a shot. All right, so here are the results after my upshot. It's nice little easy 8-foot tap in. Nice and smooth. Maybe that was a little more than 8 feet.
I think that was closer to 15. I think I have more of an 8-footer.
Probably. As you can tell, I can't judge distance.
I don't think I'm that great either at judging distance.
There's Whitney with her tap in. Moving on to hole number 8.
Yeah.
Here we are on hole number 8. It is a 245-foot shot straight down the gap. We're going to be throwing the Electron Matrix, trying to keep it flat, get her up there. A little wide, kick to the left. Should be an easy upshot.
Foundation editing class. That's how they do their cuts. They do a boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we're just going to go with my reactor again, put it on a little hyzer because we do have a slight headwind, and just let it flip up to flat and ride this tunnel. Came out way early. It's going to be way off to the left. Sit though. Okay, it's that.
All right, up here is Whitney. She doesn't have a microphone, that's why I keep talking when she's throwing. She's throwing a glitch. Ooh, a little turned over. All right, here are the results after Whitney's glitch A shot. Throwing the berg. It's a pretty decent rip.
Okay. Okay. So I got a circle 2 look to the basket, kind of straight ahead. I do got to kind of put out the putt a little bit on the right side because we got some trees off to our left that are hugging the basket. We're going to give this a slight jump just to give it a bid and try to see if we can get ourselves back to even par. Ooh, just left a little nose up, so it kind of stalled out short.
So I realized what Franklin was saying is my shot's back there.
Yeah, I was like, it's not worth my turn, but I'll go.
I'm just playing cameraman right now.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, guys, here are the results from my shot. We have about a 75-foot upshot. We're going to go with the MicPro AVR, try to throw it just a little bit around that tree, see if we can hunt the chains a little bit. Kept it a little short. That was a good shot. All right, so here are the results of our upshots. Whitney is going to turbo putt with her Rico. She likes to go to that turbo putt. Oh, when it goes in, it's good. All right, we're going to move the camera because she's going to now be out of frame. There she is. All right, Franklin's tapping in his par, along with myself. I believe Whitney will be tapping in her 6. There's her 6. All right, moving on to hole number 9.
Just having fun.
All right, here we are on hole 9. This is a 190-foot par 3, just a little bit up the hill. Probably plays closer to about 200. Probably about right at about 200 with a slight uphill. I'm going to throw my Z-zone out wide. A little bit of a headwind coming across right now. Try to let it get out wide and then be pushed back. Oh, too wide. Skip. Decent little skip. Roll up. Should be about a 15-20 footer.
Okay, we're going to go AVRX3, my star plastic ones, just to help fight the headwind a little bit. We're just going to throw this flat and hard straight at the basket, maybe to the slight bit to the right, and see if we can't put this next to it. It's going to be short, fading off.
Yeah, a little short.
Yeah.
Get that out a little bit wider with a little bit more power.
Still learning that one.
Yep. Here is Whitney's shot. She is going with her turquoise green sole. Not the red pink sole, but the green one. Pretty decent shot. If we could get her a run up with a little bit of power, she could rip those things. All right, so here are the results of Whitney's throw. Yeah, she's got about 150 in. It's going to be trying to throw the berg. No, probably more like 95 in. There we go.
Okay. We're just slightly outside circle 1. We're just going to give this a standstill bid straight at the basket. And hopefully hope for the best. That's how the putting's been today.
He's actually about 45 feet out. Good.
That was a good bid.
All right, here we are with the results of my drive. We have about a 20-footer, like I said, on the tee. I'm going to go ahead and try to tap this in real quick.
Good
there it
putt.
is. All right, here's the result of Whitney's upshot. Roughly about the same distance as I was away. Just going with the turbo. Ooh. Just a little wide. Franklin is with a little tap out. Got the tap out. Whitney's also going to be tapping out. Ooh, almost left it too high. Made it in.